What is up, everybody? It's Silververse TV today, and we're going to talk about this post, which I found extremely interesting. Apparently, there's a thing going on right now. There's a thing going on right now. People are console shaming people who don't have a PS5 or Xbox Series X. It is it's kind of disgusting because, especially in the time that we are living in right now, of the big event that just happened, what's still going on in some places. I mean, it's still it's still pretty crazy. Like we just went through a pandemic. A lot of people's jobs were affected. So I mean, we can't really call somebody a bum because they have a PS4 still. But that's what this guy was talking about in this post. Because I might have known the original post this guy was talking about. Because that the original poster, he was saying some crazy stuff like, "Hey, you're playing Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4, you're a bum. You need to upgrade instantly or something like that, something crazy like that." So this guy says people who are still gaming on PS4 are not bums. 500 or whatever your currency is nothing to sneeze at, especially in this global economy. Because a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people's jobs were affected in some negative way. Even myself, my job was affected. I had to switch jobs because of this thing. So um, a lot of people are not. A lot of people probably last priorities are a PS5 right now, to be honest. So a lot of people should be grateful for what they do have and grateful that they weren't affected in a negative way financially with this whole pandemic thing, with this thing we've been going through. But yeah, I agree with this guy's post though. Like if you play on PS4, the PS4 is still a great system. PS4 Pro, PS4 is still a great system. There's a lot of great games you can play on that system. They're still adding with cross-gen and still allowing you to play these games. Like you can play Miles Morales, you can play Horizon Forbidden West, you can play the upcoming God of War on your PS4. So I mean that's a good thing because you can wait a while until you actually get a PS5. You don't got to get a PS5 right away. So definitely, let's look at some of these comments. Um, so he says, buy a PS5 whenever you want, and don't let these strangers make you feel bad for not having one. Yeah, somebody shouldn't be. They shouldn't feel bad for not having a newest system. It's like it ain't that big of a deal. Like you could yeah, nobody should ever make you feel ashamed for not having a new system. We don't know what your reason is. Multiple reasons why you don't have the new system yet. Still love my PS4. No need for me to move to PS5 for the time being. Yeah, and another thing is, this is my actual first time ever owning a system like when in the launch window. Like I usually wait like a few years before I own like a system. This is actually my first time me owning an Xbox Series X and a PS5 within like the launch window when they first come out. Let me see. Calling others broke or bums has to be one of the most high school level insults out there. Yeah, it is super juvenile. Like that is extremely juvenile. Like it's a lot of adults doing this. Calling people broke. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Downing people for not having a PS5 is not a clout chaser. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Now even the PlayStation community has in-house elitism. Yeah, that's the word elitism. It's like an elitism to these people. Like they just because they get a PS5, and like they better than other people. And it's like no, it's like you're just able to secure one without hassle. Like people probably going through scalpers. People probably don't want to do a scalper. Probably like whatever reason they got a PS5. It's like yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's elitism now in this game community. I primarily play on PlayStation and lately PS5. That said, I added 4 games to my PS4 library this week. I don't feel cross-gen games hurt either release. What do I know? PS5 is great, can't lie about that. The PS4 is still an incredible machine and has some of the greatest AAA exclusives ever made. Yeah, I'm like, if you still got a PS4, you still got a lot of great games on it. Like it's still so many great games on PS4, so it doesn't make any sense why people are getting shamed for owning why people are getting shamed for not owning a PS5 yet. Whatever you play on, just enjoy it for you. It's not about elitism, it's the fact that it's sold 10% more than PS4 in the same front time frame, and they are howling PS5 games for no reason, even when people are willing to pay scalping prices. If you are one of the people calling other bums for not having one, don't worry about this Twitter man. I don't care about games being cross-gen. I got a PS5 because I wanted one. God of War being cross-gen doesn't hurt me personally. I kind of feel the same way. It's like if I got the PS5, why do I care if other people are playing on the PS4? Why does that affect me in any way? I don't care. Um, Are you telling people you should support scalpers or ask agility to support scalpers? I didn't say anything about scalpers who honestly aren't even an issue anymore. I'm saying people shouldn't shame others for not being able to possibly afford a PS5. I'm glad I pre-ordered a PS5 and got one, but mostly I used to play PS4 games. PS4 has a lot of life left. Okay, it's the PlayStation 4 Pro to me. Yeah, if I weren't able to get a PS5 at Best Buy, if I weren't able to secure one by now, I'd be perfectly fine with my PlayStation 4 Pro. To be honest, like I'm playing the same games. There's like literally like no exclusive game I'm playing that's like I couldn't play on my PS4 Pro. I think the only one that's like really out is like Demon Souls, which I'm like kind of don't care about that game, but kind of do. Return I don't really care about. It's like I could have if I didn't have a PS5, I could have definitely waited it out until they're really available. To be honest, um, let's see. Ironically, it's $500 in rich countries, and it's a cool $850 in South Africa. Yeah, so that's a lot more in their country. Wow, it's a huge premium price for that one in other countries. It's not that easy to get a PS5. If I could get one for 500, I would already have one, but I can't find one below 800, usually close to $1,000 though. Bums for playing the console I own. Reason I never felt a part of the gamer culture, the elitism. The classism and elitism reeks, bestie. Okay. So he says, bums, I bought so many PS4 games in the last few months, it's not even funny. And I don't need to feel sorry for someone that doesn't own a PS5 yet because I'm not even look far from FOMO, the fear of missing out. None of the games released has me geeked up for one right now. Yeah. This everyone has a different financial circumstance, especially with how much has happened over the last year. Shaming others for not being able to afford a $500 plus buck console is BS. I agree. It's crazy. Like, especially when it's adults doing this, like that's just sad. I kind of said if it was a kid, like if it was a kid or a teenager, because they still got some growing to do. But if you're an adult shaming other people for not being able to buy a console, you're just a scumbag at that point. Plus, the PS5 has only been out for a few months, and the people expect everyone to upgrade are silly. Yeah, they expect everybody who got his PS4 to upgrade instantly. That, I mean, that can't be physically that can't be done because the numbers aren't there. The supply isn't there for everybody to upgrade, and everybody don't want to upgrade right now. So, I love my PS4, and there are so many titles I haven't gotten to yet. I've also been enjoying picking up physical copies when I see deals and building on my collection. Okay. Yeah, so I'm concluded right there. Pretty much people are in agreement that you shouldn't be shamed for playing on PS4 still. PS4 is still a great system. There's like no real reason to rush out to get a PS5 to be honest. Unless you really like Ratchet and Clank, unless you're like a really diehard fan for Ratchet and Clank or like Demon Souls remake, I guess. But everything else can be played on your PS4. So that's the video. Definitely see your thoughts about this down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.